Sean.
Mike?
What is this? A crossover episode? Yowza, yowza, bo bowza.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to What Is This? A crossover episode, a BoJack Horseman podcast, starring your favorite Ganbu, the Squid Boys, me, Mike, that Sean. Hi, Sean.
Yeah, that Sean. That's true. Hi, how's it going?
It's going good, dude.
I feel like it's been so long since I talked to you, but it really hasn't been.
No, not at all.
It's only because we have been together so frequently recording over the last 2 weeks that spending a normal amount of time apart now feels weird.
Yeah, it's true. Because we were recording Squid Game Season 2, The Challenge, and that's probably all done and out. Well, it's definitely all done and out by the time this episode's airing. But it's been a really nice response to that show. We've gotten a lot of really cool interaction and emails, certainly more than we get on this show.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
But
what are you guys doing?
I will tell you, there have been some people that have commented on BoJack that said, "Hey, I came from Squid Game."
Those are my favorite kind of people.
Which is nice.
They say don't have favorites, but those are my favorites.
Rubes said, "Hi, I came from the Squid Game podcast. I've never watched this show, but I want to listen to you guys." And then later they said, "I've been listening to this podcast over the last week or so, following along. I've never watched this show, but loved you guys in Squid Go Pro, and I had to check this out, so I'm watching BoJack. Just love the show."
I don't know if it's how they wrote it in the comment or if you just said it weird, but it sounded like you said Squid Go Pro.
I might have said it weird. I don't remember.
And I love the idea of Squid Go Pro. I don't know is that like a is there like an amateur Squid Games and then there's going pro? I really like this idea.
It's what I'm gonna be on the Squid Game, the challenge.
Yeah, Ted Sarandos, call me.
Yeah. Also shouts out to Chewbecca, who's excited that we're back. Shout out to Chewbecca and Nico, who said, "Welcome back. I saw this notification and lost my mind. So glad my favorite podcast is back."
Oh my God.
We're your favorite podcast.
We're your favorite podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really happy about that. I hope you continue to enjoy it. You got to raise your standards.
Yeah, definitely. There's something about us as the Squid Boys, Sean, that bring I don't know if it's because we're just sensitive male archetypes, but this podcast in Squid Game, the listenership 60% female.
It's, you know why that is. It's I have channeled the performative male archetype. I am what they fear.
Oh my God.
What a fucking insane thing to say.
Yeah.
What crazy.
Why did you're saying it like you didn't say it. You're the one who said it. What's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
You're the guy in the hot dog costume. You just crashed the hot dog car into the building and you're like, "We're trying to figure out who said this."
Oh my God, that's so fucking good. Holy shit.
All right. Anyway, let's get into what people are here for, which is BoJack Horseman. This episode, loving that Cali lifestyle, all lowercase, has an 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Diane leaks damaging information on Jessica Biel. Todd's clown dentist business hits a snag, and Princess Carolyn finds hope in an unlikely place. Before we get into all our little bits here, Sean, what did you think of this episode overall?
I thought this episode was great. I don't know why. At one point, it was falling apart for me. before they revealed what was going on with Hollyhock, like the true reveal at the end, I was like, this feels really out of nowhere. Not like it made sense that something was happening. Like, obviously that part was set up, but the initial answer they gave, I was like, when would that have happened? That doesn't make any sense. And then I'm like, why do I ever doubt you guys? Now this all makes perfect sense.
Yep.
I don't know why I doubted them for even a second. I loved this episode. I thought it was great.
We can talk about that kind of twist when we get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been kind of pushing you to pay attention to some of this stuff because they definitely, if you go back in episodes leading up to it, they definitely they show you what's happening without just saying it, and then when they reveal it, you go, "Oh my god!" But
yeah.
This is typically where we check in with the reviewer for the official reviewer for What Is This, a Crossover episode, Edvis.
Yeah.
Correspondent. Edvis did not leave a review on this episode. Or
did he leave a review on the next one?
I have looked ahead to know, but I will not spoil whether he did or not.
This might be the end of Edvis.
That might be the end of Edvis. That's our cliffhanger. Only 2 people left a review on this that left a comment. It's possible Edvis reviewed this episode, but then didn't leave a comment.
Okay.
But we don't know. We actually don't know the answer. There's no way to know.
There's 0 ways to know.
Yep. There's 0 ways to know. Last time we did this fun bit where we go, hey, what happened on the day this episode released? We went back to your birthday, Sean. I don't know if you remember that. So it's only fair that for this episode, we go back to my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Which was May 5th, 1987, because I'm ancient.
Ooh. Okay.
So here's what happened. Congress begins Iran-Contra hearings.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
The Detroit Tigers are 11 games back in the American League, but then they go on to win the American League East. So I have a question for onthisday.com.
Okay.
How do you decide what makes the news here? Because while this Detroit Tigers one isn't the most egregious one we've had,
yeah,
because there's been cricket guy does cricket thing, right? I just want to know because this is historical events. Are the Detroit Tigers winning the AL East? Is that really an historical event?
Well, I love number one is one of the most important political events of that time period, and then the Detroit Tigers win.
Yeah. Here's a very this is kind of a sandwich here because the next one is France performs nuclear test at Marora Atoll.
Nuclear test? Oh,
did you know France had nukes?
I mean, yeah,
Did you know?
Everybody has nukes.
I didn't, and now that I've read this, I am living in a terrifying world.
I'm really sorry about everything I've ever said about the French.
We have a quote-unquote famous birthday. Marija Sestic, Bosnian singer.
Oh.
I don't know who you are.
Hey, that might be a famous birthday. We are very American-centric, right? In our knowledge. We don't know. Maybe that's a huge deal. Maybe Diana's gonna fucking comment and be like, "You fucking idiots."
So it's interesting here. It says born in Banja Luka, Bosnia, and Herzegovina, Yugoslavia. How can you be born in 2 places?
Do you think you could place Bosnia on a map?
No. Anything Eastern European, I have no clue.
Okay, so
because I'm in my mind, there's England and France and Spain and all those ones, right? And then there's just Russia.
So wait, when was the birthday?
May 5th, 1987, same as mine.
So I'm assuming blah 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 Yugoslavia is what it was called before Yugoslavia disappeared. Because now it's Bosnia. But
I see.
In 87, it would have still been Yugoslavia.
But then wouldn't it wouldn't it suffice to say that they were born in Yugoslavia, not Bosnia? Like, I know it's the same place now, but like,
I don't know.
It wasn't that place then.
I don't know.
I just think that that's a detail we didn't need on thisday.com. All right.
I got to tell you, I would not have placed Bosnia. I'm looking at it on a map. I absolutely would not have placed Bosnia.
Neither would I. But finally on this day, the number one song in the UK is Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship. Are you familiar with that track?
No.
I would sing it to you, but I don't want to. And then the number one song in the US is I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew.
Okay, yeah.
I just died in your arms tonight. That's my favorite. Have you ever seen that SNL sketch where they do that?
No, I have not. But okay, I know Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Okay.
Okay.
I listened to a little bit. Yeah.
You know that one too.
It's in Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is. There's the SNL sketch with Horatio Sands where him and somebody else, I don't remember. They're like
Sands?
Yeah, Sands. They're like a wedding band, two guys, right?
Okay.
And they just keep playing I Just Died in Your Arms. And like I don't remember who the other person is, but they sing like the main line, and then Horatio Sands just always comes in, must have been something you said. Like he says it like all goofy, right? Ooh, and they keep like interrupting him, like, wait, can you guys play a different song? And then they just end up playing that song again. It's a pretty funny bit.
Looked up Horatio Sands. Very fitting for this podcast and this bit overall.
Oh yeah, he's canceled.
Yeah, first thing I see, Horatio was accused of assaulting an underage SNL fan who would attend parties with cast members present.
Yep, he was canceled because he was a fuckhead. So.
Yep. And that is very consistent with what we talk about on this podcast.
It most certainly is. It most certainly is, Sean.
Yeah.
So let's get into the episode now that we're through all our funny bits.
Yeah.
This episode opens and they do I always love when they fuck with like credits.
Okay, yeah.
But they do a thing, the Netflix original series thing. It's like very blurry and like moving, similar to how Hollyhock is feeling as we're getting her perspective of this very, very fun game of Uno that the group is playing. Bojack seems like the worst Uno player of all time. Just not necessarily worse from a standpoint of if he'll win or not, but from a standpoint of I don't want to play with this guy. This is just
I don't know. I don't know that I want to do anything with Bojack.
That's true. If I'm gonna like trip on drugs, there's probably worse people to do it with.
Yeah.
Although
he might
someone
leave you
did
to
die in his care. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It actually there might not be worse people to trip on drugs with.
You're right. But Hollyhock's not doing well.
No, not at all.
She goes up to get a glass of water and she breaks the glass, drops it, and she cuts her head with the glass.
Yep.
Because she didn't know she had some on her hand. And she goes into the bathroom, and at that time, one of her dads texts her, and she covers up the cut on her head, spills pills all over the place, sends them a selfie saying, loving that Cali lifestyle in all lowercase, which is where it comes from, right? And then passes out after sending the text. I want you to know that in the top left corner, it shows her service provider, which is
I saw that.
Cat and T.
Yeah, it's
like
good.
AT&T.
Yeah, what service provider do you have?
I'm a Verizon guy. I've had Verizon for probably 20 years at this point.
Okay, I have AT&T.
So I have AT&T
I have
internet.
AT&T.
I have fiber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. My internet never goes out, and it's really fast.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which is more than I can say for fucking Comcast.
Yeah,
don't even get me started on fucking Comcast, dude. Just what a terrible company. Anyway,
I won't get you started.
Don't get me started on those fucks at Comcast.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything.
Don't even get me started about how they suck and they're overpriced and they throttle your internet and then it just cuts out constantly and then you complain and they go, really sorry. And they don't give you any kind of refund or anything.
Hey, it's
don't
okay.
Don't even get me started.
I don't need you to talk about Comcast. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
But I mean, if you want to.
No, it's okay. I basically emptied my chamber there. We're good.
Okay, good.
So the episode has the intro there, and then we open with Debate Night California. And nobody wants to vote for Woodchuck because he has hideous transplant lobster claws. And Jessica Biel even says, do you want a governor who can be rendered useless with 2 rubber bands?
Voters like hands.
Voters do like hands. They showed Tom Jumbo Grumble going, they're just not connecting with his message. And there's a hilarious picture on like a website of and the headline's Claws in Effect. And it's Woodchuck accidentally cutting the string on a small pig child's balloon with his lobster hands. And Mr. Peanut Butter's in the background just looking very like sad and concerned. It's a hilarious picture. But then there's Jessica Biel giving the pig kid a new balloon. But then we get hands for Woodchuck. He's got new hands.
Yeah. Don't celebrate just yet.
He goes up in the polls though, Sean. I guess his message was connecting with voters after all.
It was, but there might be a counter message.
He catches a baby.
He does.
With his hands and takes a picture with it, and the hands are really working for him. The headlines, Woodchuck catches baby, and then lower there's Jessica Biel does not catch baby.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah. And then we cut to the headquarters of Katrina and Jessica Biel's campaign, presumably. And they're like, there's no way those hands are clean. And we get an enhanced bit, which is a very overdone bit now, but at the time, this was pretty fucking funny.
I thought it was still pretty funny. I don't know. I like this bit. It is overdone, but I like it.
Yeah, just making fun of the enhance again, de-enhance, zoom out, enhance. And at the time, this was a pretty novel joke. But now it's pretty overplayed. So they take a screenshot of the thumbprint, and it turns out that these hands belong to a pedophile murderer.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna murder someone.
I love this. This is when I laughed out loud when watching this episode. I love this bit where he goes, well, if you're gonna murder someone, she goes, no, it's not pedophile, murderer. It's pedophile / murderer. And he's like, oh, and he was also a mime, apparently.
Yeah.
Which, fun. I love that.
The way you said / was very scary.
Yeah, I love the way this turns his campaign back down again. And we get this talking head.
Do you want to vote for somebody with pedophile hands?
No, I don't. We get this deer guy who we check in with a few times this episode. And he's like, at first I didn't like him on account he didn't have hands. But then he got new hands, so I liked him again. But now, then I found out those hands are bad. Can't trust politicians. And we cut to Woodchuck's headquarters where his aide says, she's killing us on this hands thing. And fucking Mr. Peanut Butter just goes on like a 10-second like heater here where he's like, much like Ernest Contralto killed those innocent children. After he pedophiled them with those very hands. And Woodchuck slams his hands on the desk and goes, not helping. He goes, your hands are being really aggressive right now. And then he puts his head in his hands. He goes, watch out, they're attacking your face. So funny.
Mr. Peanut Butter, never change.
Never change, Mr. PB. We cut to Girl Crush. They're hanging upside down to type articles. And Stephanie pushes Diane to not just write bad things about Jessica Biel, but have lunch with her and figure out what she smells like and wow, she makes your face so pretty. These are things people will want to know about our first female governor. And Diane's like, okay. We get a funny animal-based bit because I know we always do a poor job of talking about the animal-based bits, but this guy gets served his lunch, and the 2 seagulls next to him start swarming his table, which is just a funny bit. Jessica Biel orders the avocado toast, but instead of the avocado part, I want fresh sea air, and instead of the toast, I'll have a single grain of rice.
Well, okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's what she wants. They start having a conversation about what she smells like, and she has her new fragrance, B-List, by Jessica Biel. And she goes, B-List? Like B-List celebrity? She goes, no, like B-List, like Jessica Biel. And Diane goes, I think we're saying the same thing.
This show really does not like Jessica Biel.
Yeah. She has this conversation with her where she's like, Mr. Peanut Butter always loved the way I smelled. And she goes, well, don't flatter yourself. He's enthusiastic about smells. She's like, he's enthusiastic about everything. And she tells this like magic eye poster that Mr. Peanut Butter used to stare at. And then finally she saw it and she talks about how beautiful it was. But then she gets served avocado with her grain of rice. Mm-hmm. And she feels personally attacked by this. And so the waitress takes it away. And it's funny how something so stupid could have this tremendous power. You know what I mean? And Diane's like, yeah, I think I do. Because she knows that avocado is the most universally loved thing in California. And so if you don't like avocado, you're not going to be the governor.
That's true. I love when this is all breaking, like when it cuts to Tom Grumbo Jumbo. The picture is unholy guacamole.
Yeah. Yeah. We get our elk or deer friend again, and he's talking about how, obviously he doesn't like Jessica Biel anymore because of avocado. And interestingly, Princess Carolyn flies by in the background, and we'll figure out why that happens later.
Yeah.
Jessica Biel just had to speak her truth about the avocados. She's no longer the toast of the town. It's turned from verdant green to mushy brown, just like an avocado, and her campaign might be in the pits. And we cut to the woodchuck headquarters, and who thought such a trivial detail would make such a big difference? And Diane's like, yeah, who would have thought? I would have thought, because I want the credit. And she has this moment where she's like, I'm the reason this happened. And woodchuck's like, well, whoever is responsible.
Yeah. The banner in the background, by the way, is so fucking funny. It reads, hooray for Woodchuck. And if he doesn't win, write, so sorry, Woodchuck.
That's such a good bit. They make this comment where Woodchuck's like, hey, we're not in the clear yet. There's still a week and a lot can happen in a week. And then it instantly cuts to a week later and goes, Woodchuck is the clear winner and he's the governor of California. Because they do this a lot where they think you're going to set up, hey, there's going to be some wacky thing that happens this week. But no, it's just he's the governor. He does a bunch of hand jives and dances because he's so excited about his hands still. Yeah, and Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter have a moment where they're like, we did it. And Mr. Peanut Butter's like, it's so nice that we can both contribute to something the same exact amount. Ooh. And she's like, well, that's not exactly what happened because I leaked the avocado story that got him elected and you got him removed from office in the first place. And he goes, I set him up and you knock him down.
Oh, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Yeah. And she's a little, you can tell that she didn't like that. She wasn't like, oh, you're such a funny dog. She was like, okay, I want the credit. So now we cut to our next story of the episode. We go 1 week earlier.
Which we haven't really addressed this, but I think is a good moment to do so. Of this episode is split into like the 3 major character storylines. So we start with Mr. Peanut Butter and Diane. Then we see Todd and Princess Carolyn, and then we end with Bojack and Hollyhock. And I love that. I think it works really well. That's why, you joked about, or you mentioned, like, we kind of see other storylines happening in the background of the first one. And I think this is a really effective and kind of different way to format the episode.
Yeah, it's not like mind bending like Ruthie or whatever, right?
No,
like in that format. But it's a fun, different format for the episode. I just noticed in this scene of the diner with Yolanda and Todd, there's a billboard in the background that says "Son of Uncle Cuck." And it's like a movie billboard, and it has
God!
Like, what is this?
And the baby is like there's like a baby in a high chair, and he's like holding his face like, oh my God. And in the background is a man and a woman kissing.
Yeah, I don't even know what this reference is.
There's a better look at it in one of the shots of the person that Todd is meeting with, and it says the stars are Channing Tatum, Laura Linney, and Billy Crystal.
What the hell? Okay. There's some reference there that we're not following. My thought was Uncle Buck, but like I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We meet Yolanda here, and she's from the Better Business. Yolanda Bena something. I don't remember what her last name is. And Todd remarks, Buenaventes. It'd be funnier if your name was Betty Benavientes of the Better Business Bureau. And she's like, well, I'm sorry you don't find my name sufficiently comical.
Buenaventura. I was totally wrong about the end of the name. Buenaventura. It's a good name. I like that name.
So she's here because they've received multiple complaints from concerned parents about the clown dentists who aren't actually licensed to practice medicine. And Todd goes, isn't laughter the best medicine? No, it is the worst medicine if you can even call it legally medicine, which it is not.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is going to sound bad.
Okay.
What is she?
She's what are they called? I'm on the BoJack Horseman wiki right now.
Okay.
She's a light pink adult female axolotl.
Axolotl?
Axolotl. That's what it is. AXOLOTL.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Yeah. Okay, she's an axolotl. All right. Oh, that's cool.
According to the model sheet, she is roughly 5.5 feet tall.
Okay.
Thanks, BoJack Wiki.
Thank you.
It's pretty crazy that it took us till this long to go to the BoJack Wiki.
Hey, that's a good testament to like how good the show is. You know,
Yeah.
We don't need a Bible to understand what's going on.
Exactly. Except to know what species of animal she was.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck she was. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. So she's actually a character that sticks around for a little bit here. And
interesting. Okay.
Yep. According to the reviews on Yelp, Todd's business is a cotton candy nightmare of Freudian invention that shakes one to the core. And Todd goes, everyone's a critic. And she goes, yes, that is the purpose of Yelp. He has to prove to her that this business is for entertainment purposes. He has to put on a show for her by the end of the week that makes her laugh. But she remarks, she is a very tough crowd. She met Paul Rudd and did not find him charming at all. Which is, everybody fucking loves Paul Rudd. So that's a tough crowd, you know? Todd does remark that if he doesn't do this right, if he doesn't win her over, he will release his clown dentists into the woods and they'll never bother anyone again.
Which, what the fuck? They are people.
No, that's where they belong, in the woods.
They are people.
Yeah. So we cut to Tabbywood, where Princess Carolyn is on a drunken bender still after everything that happened to her last episode. And Todd is trying to whip these clowns in the shape to be, or whip the dentist in the shape to be funny. And Dr. Picarello is not doing well. She is not very funny. She's more of a dentist, obviously. Princess Carolyn is obviously struggling. He's like, hey, should you be drinking? And she's like, I'm recalibrating.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah. Her phone starts ringing. She's like, Judah, look at my phone. So Todd grabs it and it says, you have a meeting with Flip McVicker. And she goes, tell his gal I'm running 10 minutes late. And Todd's like, what gal? But we meet Flip McVicker, who is played by Rami Malek.
Right.
And what's your first impression of Flip here?
I think he has people in his basement.
Oh, like Ralph before him.
Yeah, like Ralph. I think they're working together.
Sean, I got to tell you this.
Yeah.
I don't think there's one character in this show where it was revealed they have people in their basement. Like I
We
just
don't know
think
that.
happened. No, I do know that. I do know that. There's not one character where it's revealed they have people in their basement.
Maybe it's revealed in the background and you just don't know.
Now that Ralph is like done on the show, I can reveal to you he does not have people in his basement.
We can't be certain. We never saw his basement.
So my impressions of Flip here is that he is not very well put together. If you look at his little sweater vest, he has the buttons misaligned.
Oh, that's good. I didn't even notice that.
Yep. His buttons are misaligned.
Oh,
He's
yeah, no, this guy's a wreck.
Yeah, he's an aspiring writer. And what's interesting about it is Princess Carolyn wants to dismiss him right away, but he has the script for his show, a grizzled former detective who gets sucked back in, and she cuts him off, and he hands her the script, and the name on the script is Filbert, which was the name of her unborn child.
How could he possibly know that? Only if he's working with Ralph.
I don't think he does know that. I think it's
they are in this together. Ralph is like, Ralph doesn't like that Princess Carolyn got away, and so he's got Flip McVicker as his associate, and they're luring her in.
There's no conspiracy.
Princess Carolyn is going to end up in Ralph's basement,
so
wearing somebody else's face.
She sees Filbert and instantly changes her tune, and he's like, I know I have so much potential in me, even if no one else understands or believes in me. And she instantly goes, I believe in you. So she instantly changes her tune here just because it's called Filbert. She doesn't even read the script. She's telling Todd about it later, and she's like, this feeling of supreme warmth came over me. Like, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life. Todd, the world is dark and scary and full of creepy dentist clowns. He goes, hey, they're working very hard to be less creepy. But when I hold this script in my hands, I have hope. I always tell you, what's the difference between a manager and an agent? And Todd goes, managers are always talking about the differences between managers and agents do it less. And she's like, no, managers can produce. I can produce this show. So she is making it her mission to, in her drunken stupor, produce the show.
And she's got to go meet with Lenny Turtletop.
And she says, hey, tell get a meeting, go through his gal and get a meeting. And Todd's like, who is this gal? But she passes out because she's clearly just been drinking nonstop. And so Todd, even though his mission should be to put on a fun show for Yolanda, he's like, hey, we got to help Princess Carolyn. They decide they're going to help her get a meeting with Turtletop. And so there's this very wacky premise here, very Looney Tunes, where they have this mission and Picarello goes to the front and she has a box with a hand in it to hit the guard. And then Todd's got a catapult and Dr. Boing Boing launches on like the electrical lines. And so Todd shoots Princess Carolyn up to be caught by Dr. Boing Boing, who then brings her along. Picarello gets in the facility and has eyes on Turtletop. And then Dr. Boing Boing wakes her up with some water and drops Princess Carolyn into the seat. And Princess Carolyn just wakes up and is like, hey, thanks for making time, Lenny. He's like, I didn't realize I had.
You know what? And these Clentists, they fucking kicked ass in this bit. They pulled this off beautifully.
Yeah, I agree. There's a really sneaky A+ joke here, Sean. I don't know if you noticed it or not.
I might not have.
Where Turtletop's like, woo, you smell like you tried to put out a fire with booze. And she goes, it's my new perfume, Sealist by Seal.
Okay.
Which is a reference to B-List.
Oh, B-List,
by
C-List.
Beale.
Okay,
yep.
That's funny.
Yep. Very sneaky joke there. It's very similar to the, in last episode, the Mo for just your peanut butter.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? It's like how would she know about that bit, right? It's a very meta joke, like to the viewer. So then she lays out Filbert, and he's kind of like not into it. But then he's like, hey, there's that website, whattimeisitRightnow.com, where people go if they don't know what time it is. They're looking to get into streaming. And this is one of my favorite.
Fucking course they are.
Yeah. I actually was going to make a joke earlier of what happened on thisday.com. Like, you think they're going to get into streaming, because it's a similar idea. But this was around the time where, Netflix had really taken off, and so everybody started making their own streaming platform around this time.
Yeah.
And so he thinks that this show could be good for that streaming service.
Yeah.
You have the built-in audience of people who don't know what time it is, and she's like, that's so many people. They want to premiere before daylight savings time.
Which just makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And he's like, who's Filbert? And she starts describing what Flip McVicker said to her, and he goes, no, who's the actor? And she's like, well, I don't have one, and there's no star attached. And he goes, well, without a big name, we can't go in. TV pitching is like the Israeli flag. It's nothing without a big star.
Thank you, Lenny.
Yeah. So he walks away, and she passes out again, and Todd's like, we got to keep going here.
10 cc's of honka honka.
Yeah. I don't know if I didn't notice this watching recently, but when Todd is in the tree, like looking through his binoculars and giving the orders, there appears to be a dead clown dentist above him.
Just noticed that as well.
What happened to this guy? Where did he come from?
He didn't make it. He didn't make it.
There's like a bunch of balloons, and he's just laying. I mean, maybe he's taking a nap, but no, he looks dead.
Yeah, I think they were landing on the beaches, and he just didn't make it.
Yeah, he just didn't make it. 10 cc's of honka honka wakes Princess Carolyn up, and Dr. Boing Boing is going to do the waltz of the rubber chicken, which enamors people and blocks the way for Turtle Top.
I gotta say, these Clentists are killing it.
Yeah, man. If only Yolanda could see this work.
I know.
We get this scene where Princess Carolyn is like pitching actors at him, and she says, Tony Shalhoub. And he goes, Tony Shalhoub? This is what time is it right now.com, not what time is it 15 years ago.geocities.com/monk fan page. Like, it's killing Tony Shalhoub here.
Poor Tony Shalhoub.
She's panicking. She's hiccuping, She's like, this is my baby. She starts just naming people with Jack in the name. Jack Houston, Hugh Jackman, BoJack Horseman. And he's like, wait. Hold on. BoJack. That's an idea. And she's like, yeah, a BoJack type, because she doesn't want to work with BoJack, clearly.
No. And neither should Lenny.
But he's like, hey, he's got heat, man. He disappears after Secretariat. He shows up to do one episode of a reality show about butts. You got to admit, he's got heat. And then now he could be playing a rich, complex anti-hero like Filbert, which he doesn't know that's what this is.
Yeah.
And there's a show that screams, what time is it right now? He's like, hey, this only works if you get BoJack. You have to get BoJack. I'll send over a contract, ironclad. I don't want to risk that jerkwad escaping town again. Make sure he signs before the pitch. And he goes, hey, by the way, go easy on the sauce, kids. Sloppy doesn't suit you.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves the rubber chicken dance as he walks away. He's got it stuck in his head. Todd and the dentist say, hey, we did great. Now we got to convince Yolanda. And we have a week to do it. So let's hunker down and have a show. And she has no choice but to say, 1 week later, wow, what a great show. You can keep your business. And they all cheer. Hooray. This is what I would say if you'd put on a good show. Just so you understand the rubric when I declare mine, which is I did not enjoy that. I must recommend you dissolve this venture immediately. All right, you heard the lady. Get into the car, everybody. I'm taking you to the woods by the old Bandom Insane Asylum near the elementary school where you belong. It's like these poor clowns.
These poor clowns, they get the worst fucking bill of all these people. They're going to go get put in the fucking forest.
Well, and presumably, like, the dentists that were becoming clowns, they presumably had practices and were, dentists make bank, dude.
Yeah, and now they're going to go live out in the woods by the old abandoned insane asylum near the elementary school.
And I'm sure there will be no fallout from that. We cut to Princess Carolyn's office where Stuart tells her she has a bitch meeting, and she goes, I think you mean a pitch meeting. He goes, no, I thought it was kind of harsh, but you have a bitch meeting this afternoon at the Clock website. And he's just useless. He's not Judah, obviously. And she realizes she has this pitch meeting, and she has not even contacted BoJack to sign. So she calls BoJack, and he's clearly in the middle of something, and he just hangs up on her, says, bad time, can't talk, which we find out a little later what's going on. So she takes another swig of Cat Bernet and signs Bojack's name on the contract.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's going to have some consequence.
Gonna go fine.
Yeah.
Only 2 episodes left in the season.
Yep.
And one of them, I think, is a flashback episode.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So we cut finally to where we started the episode with Hollyhock passing out. And they're playing Uno still. And then he's like, Hollyhock, you got to get in here. Tina's drawing so many cards. It's amazing. And then we hear Hollyhock hit the floor. And he's like, Hollyhock? So they bring her to the emergency room. And Bojack, presumably they called an ambulance. And he didn't ride with the ambulance or whatever. And so he's there. Yeah. And this lady won't give him any information because he's not her legal guardian. And she's under the age of 18.
Which, like... Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
He can't fucking prove. He can't prove it, you know? Like,
he says her last name at one point is Mannheim Steamroller, which Mannheim Steamroller is a band. He's like, I think there's a Lopez, a Chung, and she's like, I can't help you. He's like, can you just give me any information on the 17-year-old horse girl who came here by ambulance 15 minutes ago? It would interest my friend Franklin's friend, Mr. Hamilton, because he doesn't have enough money, of course. But then he kind of has this, they play some uplifting piano chords, obviously, like they do, and he can recite her full name. And he says all these nice things about Hollyhock that you can tell he, he's really connected with her. Like, he says that she's funny, but she isn't mean, which is pretty remarkable because a lot of 17-year-olds think you have to be mean to be funny. But Hollyhock is very sweet. Yeah, no, this is a very touching thing. Like, this isn't just some passing person in his life. He cares about Hollyhock.
Yeah.
Now, they undercut this with the secretary going, no, man, you're not her legal guardian. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
And we get, to set where this is in the timeline, we get the elk guy talking about how he doesn't like people with pedophile hands, but he also doesn't like people talking trash about avocados.
Yeah.
And Bojack just sits in the waiting room because he said he's not leaving until he can see Hollyhock. He falls asleep and he wakes up, and we meet all of Hollyhock's fathers.
These are the greatest. All of them. This whole scene is awesome.
So, who's your favorite?
The quack one.
Oh, Quackers?
Quackers.
I like I don't know. I think I probably like the guy, which I don't remember which one it is, but he's the one who only watches independent films.
That is funny. Yes.
Yeah. We get this whole we get to meet them and all their little quirks, kind of, and we get Jose Guerrero, who's just like a big bear, and then we get one of the Mannheims who's the wrong Mannheim to mess with, and then we get the other Mannheim who's like, I'm probably the right Mannheim to mess with, unless it's a dance-off, and he does like some dance moves, and he goes, you've been warned. And then we get Coop Robinson III, I think you're just ghastly. And he's very formal. And then we get Otto Zilchberg, formerly a huge fan, now just a regular fan. Gregory Sung, who's the one I like. I know you, but not through your work. I only watch foreign films. That's my deal. And then we get Arturo Fonzarelli, who's literally just a caricature of Fonz from Happy Days.
Yep.
Which you would have. And then Quackers. And every time Quackers speaks, one of them goes, hey, Quackers, calm down. Easy. Easy, Quackers.
I fucking love Quackers.
Quackers is basically Howard the Duck, right? Like, he's just...
Quackers looks like he should be in The Sopranos.
Yeah, he's... this is quite a collection of men in a gay polyamorous relationship, right? Like, this is just what a collection of gentlemen, you know?
Yeah.
They just start berating Bojack here. They're like, I can't believe you let this happen, because we find out she overdosed on drugs, Sean.
Yes, this was when I started to go like, what the fuck is going on?
Right. Because they didn't really show her taking any kind of drugs. She did like spend all day and all night out with Miles, right? So you're like, maybe then, right? But like,
they say it was amphetamines, and this is when it kind of, I was like, wait, this feels, In my head at this point, I was like, this doesn't feel like an earned twist. Like, I don't know when this would have been happening.
Right.
And then it continues.
Bojack's like, hey, can I come back in a couple hours to talk to Hollyhock when she's more rested? And they're like, are you insane? You're never seeing Hollyhock again. And they walk away, and obviously Bojack's sad by this, but then he starts to panic, Sean. He
has
drives
a full
back to
panic
his
attack.
house, and he's just, freaking out. He runs into the bathroom and finds all the pills that Hollyhock spilled, throws them all in the toilet, flushes them, and lays down and literally starts having a panic attack. You could look at this as just, like he's screwing up something that was good in his life, right? But also there's the guilt that he feels with Sarah Lynn, right?
Yeah.
Where he was kind of a father figure to her in a way, really fucked up, but in a way. And, she died while they were doing drugs together, right?
Yeah.
And it's sad because you feel like he really tried with Hollyhock here, right? And then it didn't go well. And, he's blaming himself. We get the 1 week later screen, and Henrietta's still there, and she's just he's packed up all her stuff. And she's trying to steal a picture that sends to Bojack, and he goes, "Hey, I get it now. I always thought you were a terrible parent, and you were, but I blew it even worse. It turns out being a parent is impossible, so I guess I can't be that mad at you." And so he's kind of like having this moment of like, this was all my fault. But then she mentions coffee, and then he goes, "Wait, you two and your coffee?" And he's like, "What did you put in this?" And she's like, "An old family secret." And he searches the cupboard, and he finds a weight loss supplement that presumably would have that kind of drug in there. And
this fucking bitch. Oh my God.
And, I've mentioned this to you multiple times. She makes multiple mentions of Hollyhock's weight.
Yes.
Multiple times. They show her making Hollyhock coffee so much leading up to this. Like, and it's just like in the background when something else is going on, but you see her grab Hollyhock's coffee cup, and this explains all of the putting the coins in numerical order, and seeing how fast you could flip through the remote, and feeling like bugs crawling on her skin. It's because she was being drugged and she didn't know.
And this is absolutely something that this fucking bitch would do.
Right. And so Bojack flips on her, and he's like, "You ruined the one good thing I had. Of course, you ruined it for me because I thought it was a good idea to give you a chance." And she's like, "Where's Cracker Jack?" He goes, "No, you're out of chances." And this is when he gets her in the car, and he answers the phone from Princess Carolyn and hangs up on her because he is trying to call a facility for her to live in. And she's like, "I understand you wanted our first available room." He goes, "No, I said worst available room."
I like him hanging up on Princess Carolyn because it's like, for once, it actually is a really bad time for him to talk.
Right.
He's not just being an asshole.
Yeah. So we cut to this room that looks awful, and they remark that they keep the blinds closed because the window looks at a dumpster. And this aide goes, "If you kick me a little coin right now, I can make sure your mother is very well taken care of." And he goes, "Oh, in that case, please watch me not reach for my wallet." And he says, "This is what your life is now. This is what it all added up to. You by yourself in this room. Best of luck. See you never." And she turns and she goes, "Who is that?" And he's like, "Ugh, bye, Mom." And for the first time since we've met her again, she goes, "Bojack?" And that's where the episode ends.
And then I look and I see the next episode is called Time Zero, and I go, fuck.
Yes. The next episode is titled Time Zero, and it has a 9.8 on IMDb. In 1963, young socialite Beatrice Sugarman meets the rebellious Butterscotch Horseman at her debutante party.
I'm so fucking excited for that episode.
It's a really good episode.
I think this is my second favorite episode after the old Sugarman place so far.
Oh, wow. This one. Okay.
I really liked this one. I really liked the format. I thought like it really pushed all three storylines forward. I really liked this episode. And I'm very excited because I have a feeling this next one is going to be my new favorite episode of the season.
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible. This episode's really good. I do like it a lot. I don't know that I like it more than Stupid Piece of Shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're wrong for feeling that way. Like, that's not a crazy take, in my opinion. So, but yeah, man, we're getting to the nitty gritty here. We're getting down to it. It's very exciting stuff.
Yes.
So should we go over the categories?
We should go over the categories, of which there are many. First of all, what was your favorite animal-based joke of the episode?
I mentioned it earlier, but I think the seagulls one was pretty funny. There's also one where there's, in like the little interstitial bits, there's a rhino walking down the street, and then he has a bird on his like back that's like fucking with his hair, and it's like, you know, those birds that like try to nest on top of rhinos because they just stand still all day, you know? So I thought that was pretty funny too.
I was looking at the books in Princess Carolyn's apartment, and I thought some of those were pretty funny. There was Little Kitties of Mice and Men, The Old Manx in the Sea, and The Cat of Monte Cristo. I thought all those were pretty funny.
Yeah, those are good.
What was your favorite bit overall in the episode?
I really, I think the overarching meta bit of the 1 week later, like setting up, oh, there's going to be something that happens in between now and next week. And they don't do it with the BoJack part, but they do it with the other two where they act like they're going to have some kind of something going on during that week. And it just cuts to 1 week later and everything's resolved, right?
Yeah.
I do like that overall meta bit. I have right here what the contract for Filbert reads. And I'm going to read it to you because I do really like this contract. It says, parties shall not skip town for any period of time longer than 3 days or 1 business day to find himself, explore his past, or face his own demons. Parties shall ignore whims and dark feelings for the extent of the project. Project shall be in first position for 5 years before any other TV, film, book, or media commitments. Parties shall participate in promotion and publicity for the project, including but not limited to talk shows, print interviews, photo shoots, tweets, snaps, cheeps, chips, chorps, and radio shows. One of the previous items does not actually exist, but maybe it will by the time this project is being promoted. This contract is ironclad, all binding, and totally very serious. Should the party not fulfill duties outlined above, they and any associated parties shall be legally responsible. So that's the contract that Princess Carolyn signed.
That's incredible.
Yep.
I think, so as to not pick that one, I think my favorite bit overall is the Clentists going and doing their fucking over-the-top mission to get Princess Carolyn her meeting.
Highly entertaining.
Very good. I really liked that.
But I'm presuming their actual show was much worse than that.
Yeah, I have to imagine. And then what was your favorite quote of the episode?
It's probably what Turtletop says about Tony Shalhoub. Here it is. Tony Shalhoub, this is whattimeisitRightNow.com, not what time is it 15 years ago.geocities.com/monk fan page.
I've got a couple.
Go ahead.
We talked about the TV pitching is like the Israeli flag. It's nothing without a big star.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought that was
this episode.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that was so fucking funny. Turtletop at one point says, if you can't attach a real star, your baby is dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then my actual favorite one is when Todd is talking to the Better Business Bureau lady, and she says that the clowns are a cotton candy nightmare Freudian invention that shakes one to the core.
Yes. Those are all great quotes. Great episode of television.
I agree. I thought this was awesome.
And next episode, like I said, shit's really gonna hit the fan here. So very excited to watch that with you. If I hope you guys are all watching along at home and you're enjoying this. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to us talk about the Funny Horse Show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it.
That's all I have.
We will see you guys later.
Suck a dick, dumb shits.
Bye.